It's been a fun homestand here at the ballpark. And the Nats are going for a sweep today, trying to put the Marlins way back further, maybe 15. Magic number would be down to 16 if the Nats can win it. So here's the final push. 31 to go. The numbers are all adding up. The Nats trying to go over 30 over today if they can. Winning percentage second to the Dodgers. It's all kind of falling into place. Don't want to get too comfortable, but it feels good, especially this week now that Jason's back and Trey's back in there.
Well, the key is to get healthy, and they're starting to get healthy. Get reps, they're starting to get reps. And then the last key is to stay healthy. Well, and then maybe be clicking at the right time. Yeah. You don't want to peak too soon. I'd say the end of August is too soon. If in an ideal world, maybe the middle of September, everybody on the same page clicking.
Guys getting days off when needed. Daniel Murphy has one of those such days today. Steven Strasburg, look at his last 50 starts. The Nats have won 39 of those over the last 2 seasons. The guy's almost incomparable as a starter in terms of his team's success, and he's going for number 11 today.
Well, remember last time out against the Astros, he had that left calf cramp. We'll keep an eye on that today, a day game for Steven Strasburg. Shadows could be his best friend along with that high heat, the curveball, and the change.
Yeah, the 405 start, always a problem for opposing hitters. Adam Conley's been in the minor leagues part of this season, and in career starts against the Nats, the ERA is way up there. This year, he's 6-5 in 15 games, 14 starts. So we've had a lot of offense to celebrate lately. Not that many home runs, but who needs HRs when you got runs all over the place? Worth did go deep. 19 runs, 25 hits in this series. The Nats have beaten the Marlins 4 times in a row. They're second in batting average, 6th in homers, but the most important stat, first in runs. Here we go. Nats looking for a sweep. You by PNC Bank for the achiever in you, and by the Lexus RX, featuring a pre-collision system with pedestrian detection standard. Yeah, come on up to the mezzanine. Come on up to the Norfolk Southern Club. It's a fantastic day at the ballpark. Nats are playing well. It's a 4-2 homestand, and it's 79 degrees under sunny skies right now. Game number 132. The Nats have won 80, lost 51, looking for a 4-game winning streak. So the Marlins, Marcell Ozuna, does anybody know that this guy's got some of the second best numbers to his teammate in the National League? Maybe a quiet all-star. 310 the batting average, 31 homers, 103 RBIs, and he's had some success against Steven Strasburg. 11 hits. Giancarlo has 15. So here's Steven, 27th time against Miami.
There's the arsenal. You see the averages of speed. I'm going to tell you what the league is hitting. They're hitting 255 against the fastball, 326 against the slider, 149 against his curveball, and 116 against his changeup. And 214 overall. 10-4, 3.10 ERA. No decision last start after 6 scoreless against Houston. Remember, he left with a cramp in his left calf, so we'll keep an eye on that today. Hopefully everybody's hydrated, and we'll check out the defense behind Steven. Kendrick Taylor-Worth, the outfield. Turner Rendon, left side. Difo Zimmerman, right side. Jose Lobaton behind the plate. Jason Worth in his familiar right field spot today, back in the lineup. Salute to the fans, and here we go.
Yeah, Worth and Turner in there together today.
He is whistling to Michael Taylor right now, and he pointed to the sky saying the sun is right in my eyes.
Yeah, it is, right in the right fielder's eyes on a direct line into home plate. So here is D. Gordon in the series. He's been pretty good, 4 for 9 with the sacrifice. Strasburg, we're underway. He misses away with a heater at 4:06. Gordon against Steven, 5 for 26 with a walk. Rendon just in front of the baseline between second and third, and there's the breaking ball that's in there. 20-year veteran, the crew chief. Sam Holbrook has the plate. DJ Rayburn, Jim Wolf, Greg Gibson. Great experienced crew in the yard for this series. Lobaton sitting away. Fastball just a little bit out there. Marlins third in the league in hitting, 266, 8th in runs, 8th in home runs. There's a bunt. Here comes Rendon. Glove, hand, safe. D. Gordon, if it holds up, second bunt hit of this series.
You can't feel it any better, get rid of it any quicker than Anthony Rendon just did. So that's all on D. Gordon. Rendon was playing in. He's expecting it. Look at him breaking before contact right there. So field off your left, throw off your right, quick exchange, throw on the money, and Gordon just too fast. He beat it.
10th bunt hit of the year for D. Gordon. And out of his 155 hits, 132 are singles. Anything but that stepping into the box now. Giancarlo Stanton, the league leader in extra base hits, his next one will be 80. Serious pop on that fastball. '15 for 41 against Steven. 3 homers, 11 RBIs, 5 walks, 13 strikeouts. D. Gordon is 47 for 57. 7 stolen bases behind Billy Hamilton and 12 ahead of Trey Turner. This one popped up right side. Ryan Zimmerman in the coach's box for the first down.
TimeForYourCoons.com scouting report. Left is wrong. Left-handed hitters 5 for their last 34 before the D. Gordon bunt hit off Steven Strasburg for a 147 average against. Maybe pretty good since May 21st. 108 strikeouts, just 23 walks for Steven Strasburg. Over 2 million vehicles sold and counting. Coons.com.
Christian Yelich, 6 for 30 career against Strasburg. He's grounded into 11 double plays this year. I noticed on that pitch, D. Gordon took a couple of steps, then he took about 3 hard steps towards second, stopped when he heard contact, and the ball popped up. He was alone on that side of the infield with Ryan Zimmerman. Now Difo back at second as they are out of the shift.
And he didn't get his best jump and decided to stop.
It always amazes me how guys can tell so quickly what kind of jump they get.
Well, if a guy's quick to the plate and you don't have one, 2 or 3 steps before he releases it, then you stop. You just have a feel. StatCast powered by AWS will show you D. Gordon's lead. You know as a base stealer when you have a good jump and when you don't. And that's the beauty of having the green light. It's on you. Manager gives you the steal sign, you have to go. When you have the green light, it's based on your jump or not, whether you keep going.
Turner shaded up the middle. With a runner on the move. That's a strike in more ways than one, and the call is out. Jim Wolf waited, took a long look, and D. Gordon slow in leaving the bag, but not putting up much of an argument.
I mean, throws right on the money. Great exchange by Jose Lobaton. And I don't know if he got in there or not. It looked like, ooh, did he came off the base? That was the difference. He's safe right there. Now watch him come off at the end. The left foot comes off. Trey Turner keeps the tag on and he's out. That first angle showed it. This will probably show it too, right? Watch his hand got in there. But then watch this. The foot comes off at the end. So does the hand. Everything was off and he kept the tag on him right there. The foot's not on the base. Out.
So umpire showed a lot of patience, waited for things to play out. And now the bases are empty with 2 outs for Christian Yelich.
I mean, great throw right in the bag. Nice job of keeping the tag on by Trey Turner. That's something that everybody should do nowadays.
Yeah.
You never know when just a part of the body pops off the bag, nothing's touching it, and he's out.
'89 on the changeup. 1 ball, 2 strikes. That was Jose Lobaton's 6th runner nailed this year. Two. Ryan Zimmerman waiting for some nice hops there. Leadoff bunt hit, not a problem. Strasburg through the first, and the Nats face Adam Conley. The boys are ready for this one. They better be. The Nats are hitting .272 and they lead the National League in runs. 3 more for 700. And now Jason Worth, after his home run the other night and another base hit, 6 for 16 against the Marlins in this yard. Closer and closer, this team getting back to full health. And here's Turner, 0 for 2 career against Adam Conley.
There's the Arsenal. Opponents hitting .250 on the fastball, .212 on the slider, .357 versus Adam Conley's changeup. Pitched right here against the Nats on the 9th of August. Gave up 5 runs on 11 hits.
Through 94 pitches in 5 innings. Nats went on to win it behind Gio, 10-1. And Ryan Zimmerman had an amazing night with 4 hits, 2 home runs. Turner pops this one up right side. D. Gordon for the first out.
And Marlins defense today: Ozuna, Yelich, Stanton the outfield, Rojas, Dietrich left side, Gordon, Real Muto right side, and A.J. Ellis is doing the catching. JT Real Muto is playing first. It's time for your Coons.com scouting report. Mr. Gray Pants, 2.88 ERA and 7 road starts, 4-2 record for Adam Conley on the road, and always in scoring position. 298 average with runners on, 328 average against with runners in scoring position. Keep an eye on that today.
Wilmer Difo is at it again. 7-game hitting streak, 11 for 29. Safely hitting 23 of his, well, pardon me, 20 of his last 23 games. In this series, 3 for 7, 3 runs. He's also 3 for 7. Driving in 5. Defoe's going to drop one into left field. Stayed with the changeup. 8-game hitting streak with 12 for 30.
Trying to figure out what pitch that was right there. Either way, line drive single. Wilmer Difo is staying hot, and there goes the no-hitter. His slider's 84, his changeup's 83. That looked like a changeup initially, but it kind of rolled back over the plate like a slider would. That one was 81, they're telling me. So I don't know. Either way, whatever pitch that was, it was a base hit.
Rendon 4 for 11 against Conley career. Nationals 1 run in the first on Monday. The Rendon 2-out hit after a couple of walks. Took them a while to get things going last night, and in the middle of the game they totally dominated against Vance Worley and the Miami bullpen.
I'm seeing this right. There is 0 stolen base attempts against Adam Conley this year. 0 attempts. I'd go just because of that stat.
Ton of hitting room right side for Rendon.
Throw me out by 10 feet. I got your 0 right here. Means he's quick to the plate, and it's not a good idea.
Working with the veteran catcher A.J. Ellis back there today. Inside the Numbers brought to you by Jeep. So right now 303 is best average ever, along with the on base percentage and the home runs. Had 85 RBIs. Got to that level last night with a big night. '85 last year, 83 back in 14. Up the middle, another hit. Defoe's going to turn and stop at second. Christian Yelich charging well. The 2-3 hitters setting the table now for Ryan Zimmerman.
We're talking to Don Manley behind the cage today about Anthony Rendon. I said, yeah, Don, you were a fantastic hitter, and you had a knack for letting the ball get deep and fouling off a lot of balls with 2 strikes, and then getting something you could handle and doing damage. What do you think of Rendon? He said, I love the way the guy hits. I love the way Murphy hits. And then we got into the whole first base open 2 outs dilemma that he faced last night. But he loves Anthony Rendon like every other manager the Nats play against. They love the Nats third baseman.
7 of Ryan Zimmerman's last 16 hits have been for extra bases. Knocking on the door of 30 home runs and 90 batted in. Last time these two matched up, it wasn't pretty. Ryan, a home run in the second inning, a solo for a record-setting RBI, number 906.
That was an easy swing, wasn't it? Smooth.
Zimmerman later homered that night against Javi Guerra in the 7th inning, and in between, he had an RBI double, an RBI single, and a walk.
You're probably just getting home from work, just settling and saying, oh, it's a first inning, no big deal. Hey, with the way those shadows are coming, a 1-0 lead for Steven Strasburg might be all you need today, because it's going to be tough to hit here in about, what, 30 minutes or so? So you can win this game right here, right now.
Ryan overall 4 for 10 career against Conley. Quite a list. Possibility of 4 with 100 this year.
Bringing back the 80s.
That's up and in. That'll spin Ryan out of there with a fastball at 90 and the count 2-2.
A 1-2 count. Almost got the sleeve on his jersey.
Off speed, hit to left. Ozuna halfway onto the track. Defoe read it well. He goes back to second and tags to third. And the Nats have runners at the corners with 2 down. Time for the AARP's player profile. Getting to know Howie Kendrick. Most of his career with the Angels. Stops last year with the Dodgers, this year the Phillies, before becoming a Nat. 28 games ago, former All-Star, and he's been amazing in the month of August. So he's behind Zimmerman and in front of Jason Worth today. He had his 34th birthday in July. Originally from Jacksonville, Florida, down there in Daniel Murphy's neighborhood. Target in. So Conley at 22 pitches. Changeup for the inning-ending strikeout. So we go to the second. Nats get a couple of hits. No score early.
Last warm-up pitch as we head to the top of the second. The Nationals and Budweiser are teaming up for a Country Club Budweiser music party. That's prior to the Nats-Braves game on Thursday, September 14th, 4:30 to 6:30. So 2 hours of a hoedown out in the outfield. Get a game ticket, listen to live country music, and receive a T-shirt and beer, all for less than face value. Visit nationals.com/countryclub for details. Yard games, T-shirts. Can rope some steer, ride a bull, dress up like a rodeo clown. It'll be great.
All things easier than hitting this guy's changeup or curveball.
I don't know about riding a bull.
It's easier than hitting Strasburg's changeup or curveball. He just missed with that hook, and the top of the second is underway. Steven, 12 pitches, 7 strikes. Ozuna, 11 for 31 career against him with 2 home runs. Right up the middle. If it doesn't hit the bag, Defoe's got to play. That almost got the second base bag. Did not redirect. 1 out.
Did it skim the top of it? We can't tell from up here. Let's look at it together. Hard to tell there, too. 4-3 in your scorebook. 1 out.
Next up, JT Realmuto. Doesn't really get a day off, but he doesn't have to wear the gear all day after playing a lot. This kid plays a lot of innings for the Marlins. This is their 132nd game and the 116th in which he has played. Not all of that behind the plate, but he's at first base today.
Talking to Barry Svrluga from the Post the other day, Carp, and he was watching a game in the stands with his daughter, and he was teaching her how to keep score during the game.
And a ball driven to right. Jason Worth turns one way, then the other. It's well over his head. He has to pick it up out there by the wall, and Realmuto's going to stop. Wilmer Difo not assuming anything. He relayed it over to Rendon at third. It's a 1-out double.
Realmuto is thinking about going to third, and that's when you try to stretch a double into a triple with 1 out. Jason maybe having trouble picking up the ball, but fastball up and away. Realmuto just kind of rolls the wrist, drops the barrel on this, and watches it go. So nice swing by the Marlins first baseman today. And right here, he's thinking about 3, picked up his third base coach and hit the brakes.
Well, he's their road show, batting around .325 on the road now this year. So back to your keeping score story.
So I was thinking maybe once, you know, it gets toward the end of the season, you could do the telly and show fans how to keep score with you. You know, maybe late in the season.
Like write it up there after every play and then clear it?
And teach the younger kids at home, say, hey, this is what we're going to do tonight. And you draw it on the telly and keep score with them and show them how to do it. Because I think that's great. When your kids are learning how to keep score. I remember teaching my daughter back in the day. She still keeps score to this day. And maybe, once things settle down a little bit toward the end of the season, you can do kind of a tutorial once the rosters expand and maybe some champagne is popped.
It's every play-by-play man's fantasy to
you can sit here and
have the telestrator on the air.
I don't know, just an idea. I thought it was cool.
No, that's cool. I'll see if I can get that cleared with our producer, Mr. Winfield. 0-2 to Derek Dietrich, hunting his first base hit of the series. He's been walked. He's been hit by a pitch. And that's happened to him 17 times this year. In the air, left field, carrying out to Howie Kendrick for the second out. Inside the numbers, presented by G. So through 131 games, the Nats have tied what they did in 2012, and obviously the 2 times the best ever. 76 wins at this time last year, and back in 05. When the Nationals had the amazing first half, they were 50-31 in their first 81. Problem was then they went 31-50 and finished that first season here in DC right at 500. Kind of fun to look back and compare this record to others, and this one's right there. Took a minute, but Jose Lobaton found the baseball. On the first pitch to the 36-year-old veteran catcher, A.J. Ellis. .23 hits and 106 at-bats. Playing in his 38th game. And he pops it up right side. Yeah, I knew Defo would take charge. Ryan called it first. Wilmer takes it. They have a little chat, and Jason Worth will lead off in the bottom of the second.
He went deep for his 9th home run of the year. It was 425 feet. That guy lost his mind, and so did everybody else with the Jason Worth curtain call. Everyone's saying worth the wait. I guess it was. It was a long time we missed him. Washington, D.C. Lexus dealers will donate $250 to the Children's National Health System for the first 200 home runs hit by the Nats this year. Lexus experience amazing.
Yeah, dramatic moment. That was so great for him and for the Nats. Number 6 spot today. Jason 2 for 9 career, a home run against Conley. Left-hander fires one in there. 23 pitches, 16 strikes, first inning. Target in again. Worth out ahead of it. Long foul fly ball. And this one straight up between the plate and the mound. A.J. Ellis with the putout, 1 down.
Well, just a reminder, as you enjoy a cold one, to look forward to Miller time later in the ballgame. That's brought to you by Miller Lite.
Michael A. Taylor 1 for 5 against Conley in the series. 1 for 6 today, hitting in front of Jose Lobaton.
Good take.
Clean single to left. Taylor rounding first. Ozuna gets it back in. And the Nats are 3 for 7 so far with singles.
Leg kick. Press the hands back and up a little bit at the end, and then drop the barrel on the ball. Bullet to left. First hit of the day for Michael A.
Jose Lobaton, right-handed, 5 for 30 this year, 160 overall.
Clouds overhead, no shadows right now.
Hitters love it.
Conley just so quick to the plate. I don't think you can go anywhere.
And that ball with some tailing action on 3-0 gets the outside edge. Well, Jose saw a pitch up and he was trying to get all over it. Kind of an old-fashioned afternoon in baseball today. Indians beat the Yankees in game 1 of a doubleheader. They're getting ready to play game 2 right now. The Braves and the Phillies are already 3 innings into their second game after Atlanta won the first one at Philly 9-1. So some traditional afternoon doubleheaders today. 6-4-3. Rojas to Gordon to Real Muto. And the Nats are gone. Steven Strasburg will lead off in the bottom of the 3rd. Some work to do between now and then. Top of the third coming up. We have a VW moment for you. Ted Williams, born on this day in 1918 in San Diego. The splendid splinter. On base percentage, slugging percentage. I'm sure Ted knew all about ops, OPS, all time.
That should have been my nickname as much as I sat on the bench. Did you know in 406, he hit 406 in 1941 and didn't win the MVP? You know who won it that year?
Who?
Joe DiMaggio with the 56-game hitting streak.
Aha.
406 and he didn't win the MVP.
That's a great fact to know and to tell.
90 seconds to look it up.
He had a bunch of nicknames. The greatest hitter who ever lived, the splendid splinter, he's best known as. Teddy Ballgame, the Thumper, and my first personal favorite, because on our team we have a big kid. His nickname was the Kid. Two great left-handed batters, Williams and Harper.
Too bad they didn't have Players Weekend and nickname day when he played.
Would have taken a big jersey. Can you imagine walking up to face a guy with a 98-mile-an-hour fastball, and on your back it says the greatest hitter who ever lived?
Yeah. Knock you right on your back.
There you go, baby. Gonna buzz the tower on that one.
Oh, goodness.
Miguel Rojas bounces out to Trey Turner. Adam Conley, the hitter. 3 for 17 this year. 12 career hits. He and Strasburg have faced each other before. He's 0 for 2 against Steven. Steven is 2 for 3 against him.
In the last day of the season, you remember that story? He's hitting 400. There was a doubleheader against Philadelphia, and he played in both games. He went 6 for 8 to get his average to 406. Could have sat out and hit 400.
Yeah, not Ted Williams.
I mean, that's really all you need to know about the guy. And and he served our country.
Two and one. Fastball blasting in at 95. And that's going to come around to get the outside half. Steven Strasburg's first strikeout to his 9th batter. First time around, Marlins go 2 for 9.
Well, they're going to start piling up here shortly as soon as this shadow creeps out there a little further. Nasty curveball. The Washington area Toyota dealers help children and their families by making a donation of $37 to the children's NIH for every strikeout by a Nats pitcher this season.
Top of the order, D. Gordon. Now 5 for 10 in the series. 2 bunt base hits. Rendon shallow again. Maybe a step or 2 closer this time. Strike 1. So right now, D. Gordon with 155 hits. Tied with DJ LeMahieu. Charlie Blackmon 181. He's a sure thing for 200. Ender Inciarte 164 before the Braves played a doubleheader today. Nolan Arenado 156.
So here's a stolen base that caught steal in the first inning. Steven Strasburg's time to home was 1.3. Jose Lobaton's time to second was 1.95. So that's 3.25 seconds, and it looked like they had D. Gordon. Going to be close initially, and they say the top baselers are 3.3 seconds with a good jump. So 1.3 from Strasburg, 1.95 from Jose Lobaton equals 3.25. They kept the tag on him and got him out. It just goes to show you how hard it is to get some of the best. Everybody did everything perfect. And D. Gordon was either safe or out on the initial tag and then went past the bag and was out. 2.0 the average time for catchers in the big league. So Jose above average on that one.
D. Gordon out to short left center, and Howie Kendrick rushing on to get it. 5 in a row for Strasburg, and now 8 of his last 9. Brought to you by T-Mobile. Chris Sale of the Red Sox. 1,290 innings to reach 1,500 strikeouts. Nobody did it faster. Jake Arrieta, not that great first couple of months. Starting to become the Cubs ace again with the playoffs looming. And Mike Leake, whose stay in St. Louis has not been very pleasant for the last couple of seasons. On to Seattle to help the Mariners in their quest for a wild card in the American League. Mariners are 3 back. Several teams in front of them. I mentioned Steven Strasburg, 2 for 3 career against Adam Conley.
How do you not get the Dodgers lost 3 in a row in the T-Mobile break? You kidding me? Should have been the lead.
Strike call, it's 2-2.
Stranger things have happened for the best record in the National League. Stay tuned. Nats with 80 wins, the Dodgers with 91, and a month to go.
Strasburg, great contact, and Yelich a shade toward right center for the first out. First time through the order, the Nationals go 3 for 9. So the Nats are in great shape to host a first-round playoff series. Astros got hammered by the Rangers in that game at St. Petersburg, the first game of that series.
Probably had a little bit on their mind.
I would think they did. A lot of controversy surrounding that situation. Nissan on the pitch cast. It's 0-2. Out to short. And Trey Turner speeding down the line, thrown out by Miguel Rojas. 2 down. More numbers, and now we go to Wilmer Defoe. Brought to you by Jeep. So look at the difference from the first 3 months to the last 2, getting tons of playing time, getting those reps, trending dramatically in all of those categories.
Yeah, the first couple of months he was a once-a-week player, maybe a double switch guy, and then all of a sudden with the injury to Trey Turner got some time. Figured out he can play up here and not just contribute but do a heck of a job. You know, when you think of energy guys throughout Nats history, I mean, you gotta really think hard. And that was the thing that Adam Eaton brought to this ball club that they hadn't had in a while. You know, a guy that plays with his hair on fire every day. So with his absence, where are you going to get that? Well, the guy you're looking at kind of filled that void.
(3-1). Defoe takes a strike.
And there was times when he wasn't an everyday guy that he tried too hard, and then that energy kind of manifested itself in, you know, he has to tone it down a little bit. But then once, you know, he's playing every day and feeling confident, that went away.
Defoe hits it pretty well to right. It's going to back up Giancarlo, and onto the track he reaches up and makes that grab. Stanton will lead off the top of the fourth. Conley and Strasburg matching up very well so far.
Home run number 51 on the year. He's got 110 RBIs to go with it. Big question mark is, will he hit 62, and what does that mean? I don't know. You figure it out. But I talked to him today around the cage, and I said, hey, if you're in the home run derby here next year, do you think you could hit one up in the Bud Light loft? He said, I've been looking at the halo up there, this part, for a few years now. And he goes, I want to hit one up there on top of the halo above the Bud Light loft. I said, do you think you could do it? He said, yeah. I said, well, we've never seen that before. And he was pretty confident that he could do it. And I just said, okay, yeah.
He'll have to supply the power himself in the home run derby, but everybody thinks those baseballs are a little more conducive to going forever.
I talked to some of the Marlins coaches, and they said they were very firm, the home run derby balls.
Chopper left side. Here's Anthony Rendon on the run. And that throw almost into the runner, and Ryan Zimmerman, some quick work with the left arm and hand to get out of the way. That can be dangerous.
Especially with Giancarlo Stanton run to first. That's a large human being. Yeah, if he doesn't get out of the way right here, his nickname would have been Righty the rest of his career. Nice job of pulling that arm in and getting out of the way. That's the danger with the sidearm throw from third base. Sometimes that can happen.
Yeah. Christian Yelich, a bouncer to Zimmerman to end the first inning. Steven Strasburg, first inning 11 pitches, second inning 10, third inning 12. So he's been on the attack today, and the Marlins as well. In a game significant to Miami in the wild card race, Milwaukee just closed out a 6-5 win over St. Louis. So the Marlins right now 2 back of the Brewers and a half game ahead of the Cardinals, with of course Arizona and Colorado still in those top 2 wild card spots. We'll be in Milwaukee tomorrow night with Gio. Swing and a miss. Changeup. 2 down. Mercedes-Benz on the pitch count.
There's the pitch that opponents are hitting 116 off of Steven Strasburg this year. Nasty changeup. Nothing Christian Yelich could do with that. That was dirty.
There's Marcelo Zuna. He bounced one up the middle first time, and Wilmer Difo playing him that way. He's got that changeup working right now. 2 in a row on the K's. He has fanned 3 of the last 5. Anthony Rendon already 1 for 1 today. So he'll be leading off in the bottom of the 4th. In the series, 4 for 8, 2 walks, 5 RBIs, hitting .320 his last 50 games. More on car insurance. Geico.com. See how much you could save. Abe came out quickly. Tom by him. Look at Teddy. Teddy pursuing Tom to the tape. He just had no final kick. Thomas Jefferson, the season leader with 25, Abe 21, George 20. Teddy, the place horse in that four-man race.
What kind of year do you think the presidents are having? The racing presidents.
When they race, I like it a lot. Some of the subplots get confusing.
I just think it was hard to top the Easter massacre. So once you peak that early, what are you going to do the rest of the year? Remember when the Easter Bunny, I mean, that was everywhere. Came flying out of the stands.
That was high-flying excitement.
The rabid Easter Bunny.
0-2, and Anthony Rendon looked it all the way in. Conley, 49 pitches, 32 strikes through 3. Steven Strasburg setting quite a pace. That one bounces in. Strasburg 4 innings, 42 pitches, 32 strikes.
I'm not striking a lot of guys out today. It's just 3 strikeouts. He's getting some ground ball outs early in the count. Very efficient. Adam Conley, same way. He's working real fast out there.
Close, and Rendon took ball 3. He's facing a whole lineup of right-handed batters today. Rendon to the left side. Derek Dietrich, couple of crow hops, high throw. Real Muto back down to touch the bag. 50% off. Celebrate the start of the new school year. That's what you get off tickets to the Nats Braves September 12th, 13th, 14th. Visit nationals.com/tickets. Use promo code SCHOOL to get your 50% off. Some restrictions may apply.
Cute kids.
They got their game faces on. Zimmerman, fly ball, pretty well hit to left. First time.
Love the shirt on the left. Jersey on the right's pretty cool too.
Well, we see it continuing every year and growing here at the ballpark. Every couple of years, whole new generations of Nats fans, kids growing up. This is their team. Took a while for that to take hold, and talking to some guys today who said their teenage kids are just totally hooked on this baseball team. It's their team. They don't worry about who's coming to town anymore. They come out to see their guys.
Absolutely. Well, their guys are better than anybody that comes to town, so a lot of star power on the Nats. We see it, we go on the road now.
Conley, first walk, Zimmerman on. Ryan has walked 4 times in the series, 40 times on the air.
Little Nats cheerleader crushing. Wait till she's in college, Dad. Goes by quick.
Kendrick. Target in. Howie struck out swinging first time. Conley pulled the string on him, ending the first inning with 2 men aboard.
D. Gordon playing up the middle. Howie has a whole right side if he's thinking about hitting behind the runner.
Ha-ha! Ryan Zimmerman eyeballing that one to the right fielder, Stanton. Great swing. You talk about a pro's pro that's been added to this ball club, Howie Kendrick.
Well, that's his natural swing path. And when you see a second baseman play up the middle and the first baseman hold the guy on, you have the whole right side. You know that's what he's thinking up there. And there's the inside out swing, almost like he's shooting for that hole, and he hit it. Just hit it too hard for Ryan to go first to third. No chance. So first and second, one out for Jason Worth.
Who popped up to the catcher, fair ball first time. Nissan on the pitch cast.
Paint in.
I mean, the one is right on the line, splitting that inside corner. And on the off speed, it's in there, 0-2. No score, 0-4-0 Nats, 0-2-0 Marlins. Nationals lead the season series now 9-6. 7 of 9 here they have won. And we'll be right back to play the Marlins. It's Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, all night games down at their ballpark. Next stop after Milwaukee. Upstairs, 2-2.
I mean, they're not even flirting with anything away to Jason Worth. They're just trying to pound them in.
Broken bat. The barrel goes into the screen above the Marlins dugout. The runners move up as Conley throws out Worth. Screen still relatively new here, kept that bat from being maybe hitting the top of the dugout and bouncing into the stands.
Yeah, the whole sequence was in, and finally Jason Worth, kind of unsure of the inner half strike zone in that at bat, had to commit. And that looked like it was chasing, maybe a little cutter, and just above the hands. So not the way he drew it up, but now Michael Taylor has a chance to put his ball club up 2-0.
And he will not be hitting. Jose Lobaton will. Jose not yet to the on deck circle. Probably has to get rid of some of his gear. Not sure he was going to hit. And as Sam Holbrook, the home plate umpire, looks over impatiently, we wait for Jose to emerge, and here he comes. The pitcher, Jose. Zimmerman walked, Kendrick singled with 1 out, and after Worth's broken bat grounder, Taylor walked. Jose hit into a 6-4-3 first time. Slightly to pull in center is Yelich. Upstairs, 2-0. And this one over to the left side, A.J. Ellis. Nats will strand 3. They've left 5 and through the first 4 innings. Brought to you by the all-wheel drive RAV4 from Toyota. What drives you? No score. Visit buyatoyota.com for great deals.
At you. Season plan holders, don't forget to renew your plan by September 8th. Guarantee your access to this year's postseason, next year's All-Star game, while enjoying the best member benefits package in all of baseball. Visit Nationals.com/2018 today. There it is, All-Star logo. Very clean, very sharp. I love it.
What a pitcher's duel today. Jose Marmolejo's 24-year-old first baseman outfielder, native of Perth Amboy, New Jersey. Grew up in the Dominican Republic. Nats signed him at the age of 18. Player of the week in the EL for Harrisburg. Look at that batting average. Everything going well for him, and when you have insight, you know how to handle your finances with confidence. Brought to you by PNC Bank, for the achiever in you. Steven Strasburg back to work. JT Realmuto has the only extra base hit against him today. Hit one over Jason Worth's head with one out back in the second. Since then, 8 in a row and 11 of 12 retired.
So it looks like the Mets are going to play the weekend series in Houston. Doubleheader on Saturday.
That's fair. Out of the reach of Anthony Rendon. The ball gets deep into the corner. Wilmer Defoe just waits for it to come out of there. And now the runner goes to third, and Trey Turner had a shot. JT Realmuto playing that into a triple like he thought about doing the first time up today.
Yeah, very rarely do you see a triple down the left field line. But just inside the bag. Good effort by Anthony Rendon. And I think he caught everybody a hair nonchalant right there. Watch this. Kind of deked him into thinking he was going to stop at second, then turned on the Jets and snuck into third for the leadoff triple by the Marlins first baseman.
Yeah. A guy who's played a lot of catcher. Hustling big time. A lot to like about JT Realmuto, and he's at third base with nobody out. Here's Derek Dietrich. Dietrich fly ball to Kendrick first time in the series. 0 for 6. He's driven in 39 runs. Change up away, 2-0.
The cool thing about that story, Carp, is the off day on Friday. Mets players are looking for ways to volunteer to help people out down there. I think that's real cool.
That's awesome.
Steven's starting to shake out that left leg again like he did last start in Houston.
Left that game after 90 pitches through 6 innings. Two-one count. And he went 96 upstairs to get back even.
Oh, now he's pitching for the strikeout. Quick pitch to him. Fastball up.
2-2. Swing and a miss on 96 for the first out. Strikeout number 4. His last 3 outs on swinging Ks. Mercedes-Benz on the pitch cast.
Well, pitching for the strikeout, he got it. Big first out here. And they went with the elevated fastball just above the belt, and Dietrich couldn't catch up. Kind of landing softly on that left leg.
Now A.J. Ellis, who Strasburg overpowered into a pop-up first time. Infield way in. And the curveball is in there. Strasburg's first jam of the day.
So 1 out. Dusty brings the infield in. Stevens still pitching for the strikeout.
Swing and a miss. He's fanned 2 in a row. Going upstairs 96 each time. 5 in the game.
They're just playing some challenge hardball right here with 2 strikes. You're thinking, here comes the wipeout changeup. Here comes the nasty curveball. Both times he goes with a fastball to get the punch out with a runner on third, less than 2.
Miguel Rojas, the hitter, and he'll be walked. So the Nats will go that National League pitcher versus pitcher route here. Adam Conley struck out looking first time. He's going to get a piece of this one. Howie Kendrick coming on. Steven Strasburg pitches out of a man at third, nobody out jam. I invite you to stick around because he's going to hit in a moment.
The 5th Wilmer Difo 8-game hitting streak. Adam Conley has been on point, but I'll tell you what, there was a time in Steven Strasburg's career that a guy stretching a double into a leadoff triple would have rattled him. And, you know, maybe that would lead to 2 or 3 runs. We used to see it happen all the time. What does he do here? He said, hey, Don't worry about it, guys. I'll pick you up. So the drop relay throw, the leadoff triple, what does he do? He strikes out Dietrich. He strikes out Ellis. They walk Rojas to get to Adam Conley. So a leadoff triple stays at third base. And a great job and a tip of the cap to Steven Strasburg for pitching around that and not letting it get to him.
So here's Conley. He told you ERA road this year 2.88. About 1/3 of what he does at home. And he faces Strasburg, who hit the ball on the button first time up and lined out hard to Christian Yelich. This time he's going to go big fly right center. See you later. Second of the year, third of his career. A pitcher goes Oppo. 1-0. You know what the fans want?
Well, they're not going to get it. He's not coming out for a curtain call. That was awesome. Oh, that was great. So he pitches out of the jam, and then he gets himself a run with a home run. I'll tell you, I used to tell the story all the time. When we were hitting pitchers, we're dealing, they give you the stink eye on the bench. And I always say, you got to bat, do something about it. You're hitting 9 today. Steven Strasburg just did.
Way inside to Trey Turner, 2-1. Steven Strasburg hits the Nats' 183rd home run. Change up, 2-2.
There it is, the home run. And someone's keeping score. I love it. 1-0.
By the way, your idea is getting a lot of play on Twitter.
I know, and people are loving it. They want you to teach them.
3-2 to Trey. Little tapper on a breaking ball. Conley pulled the string well on him. Trey Turner 0 for 3, 1 out, 5th inning.
Show me the Strasburg imitator. Fastball away. I mean, we see him do this every day in batting practice. The guy's got amazing pop. When all the pitchers are hitting before the position players, he's got this kind of pop, and there it is on display. Verizon will show you the StatCast. 409 feet for Steven Strasburg, 1-0. StatCast is brought to you from Fios by Verizon. Fios is not cable. We're wired differently. Go to getfios.com today.
That is a big man who hit one 409 the other way. Wilmer Defoe 1 for 2. Base hit to left, fly ball to right. Conley's given up 11 home runs this year. So Worth and Strasburg, the national home runs in this series. Defoe in the air to left center. This ball's got some carry to it. See you later.
The confidence this guy's displaying right now is off the charts. And what a player Wilmer Defoe's turned out to be for this ball club this year. You kidding me? So the big guy goes to right center, the little guy goes to left center. 2-0 Nats on Wilmer Defoe's 5th home run of the year.
It's to 20 RBIs with that one.
That ball was up around his neck.
Warmed up a little bit here, and we got some carry going on at the ballpark on 2 balls hit extremely well. 1-0 to Rendon. Look out now. When the Nats get this during the same inning home run thing going, it can be scary.
He fires me up, man. Look at him. There's your triple espresso.
Off speed, Rendon, a swing and a miss. So Wilmer Difo now 12 for 30, 13 for 32.
It goes in your mouth, Wilmer. There you go.
During his 8-game hitting streak. Two and 2 to Rendon.
Show me that tater again. Man, can this kid play? Look at that. Up in his letters, and he gets on top, little lean back to it. I didn't think it had enough, but it kept carrying and carrying and carrying. Stay in the crouch, unwind, and get on top of that high pitch.
Rendon, a swing and a miss, off speed. Conley, second strikeout today. Here's Ryan Zimmerman.
Remember the time before he sent Stanton back to the track and made the over-the-shoulder catch. Wilmer Difo. Could very easily be 3 for 3 with a single, a double, and a homer. That guy got it started.
Now look at Steven, 55 pitches through 5. Nats have Conley on the verge of 90, and Zimmerman rocks one into left. Third hit of the series. And for Ryan, the 7th time he's been aboard against the Marlins in these 3 games.
Bullet off the batter, Ryan. Hands back, leg kick, foot down, head on baseball, roll the wrist, extension. I love his little bat flip when he gets a routine single. It's just like, bat boy, thank you.
On the Exmo, it's really amazing to see how high that leg kick really is.
Yep. Yeah, it goes so fast. Real speed, you don't realize it, but he's really getting a lot going with the lower half, and the upper half is just kind of a byproduct of what's going on down low.
2 outs. Howie Kendrick, a base hit to right last time. And on an off-speed pitch, a chopper left side. Dietrich will have to play it well. He does. A loud inning for the Nats. All started by the pitcher leading off. Strasburg and Difo go deep, 2-0.
just a second ago about how high his leg kick is. So we're going to stop it at the top for you and just show you how high this thing is. But the part about his head staying still and then the hands pressing back, look where the hands are right now, and then they come through the zone right here. But look at where the stride lands and how still his head is. When his head stays back like that, right in this area, that's when he hits. When his head drifts forward into that area, that's when he doesn't. So the head's still, with all that movement going on, that's the key for Ryan Zimmerman's swing. The leg kick, the stride, the hands being pressed back to keep that head as still as possible behind the baseball. When it drifts towards the pitcher, he loses power. He loses sight of the baseball. But right now, it's all syncing up together. I guess it has been all year, for that matter.
Well done, guys. Great look. Zimmerman, the first national ever to be quoted as saying about Exmo, it can make you look really, really bad. But when you're locked in like he is this year, it can make you look really, really good.
Well, it's like us with HD. It make us look really, really bad.
Gordon off to the races. Turner knows it. And even routine plays are close when D. Gordon's running. 1 out. Marlins box, no runs yet, only 3 hits. D. Gordon's bunt base hit in the first. And then he was caught stealing. Second inning, JT Realmuto, 1 out double. Never left second base. Leadoff triple for their first baseman. 5th inning, never got beyond 3rd. Giancarlo here. Foul out to Zimmerman, ground out to Rendon. In the series, 1 for 8. And we all remember the one. Hard hit. Turner to his left. Spin move on target. Nice pick by Zimmerman. 2 outs. Ball was scorched.
It's at 114 on the scoreboard. And a nice play by Trey Turner going to his left. Watch him just kind of keep his head right in there and watch it go into his glove. Spin move, you got time because the ball was hit so hard. And a nice play by the Nats shortstop. Watch him look it right in. Best you can at 114 miles an hour.
Yelich ground ball and a strikeout.
Show him that fastball to get back to the change.
Rolls one over Ryan Zimmerman. Steven Strasburg brilliant today. 63 pitches through 6. That's 27 fewer than his last time out. The pitcher and the second baseman, they've combined for 7 home runs this year, and they've each gone deep today. Dusty loving it. He likes the way Strasburg's pitching. And here's Jason Worth leading off bottom 6. One. Mason got jammed a little bit there. It's off to the right side. Nats box. Defoe. 8-game hitting streak, 2 for 3. Rendon, Zimmerman, Kendrick hits in the middle of the lineup. Michael A. Taylor on base twice. And the big blows, the Strasburg solo. 1 out later, Defoe went to left center.
I'll tell you what, as a big league hitter, when you get jammed one time up like Jason did, you're trying to get him out of there this time. That's your only goal. You want to come in there and you want to break my bat, okay, but let's try this whole thing again. And you can tell by his swings he's looking in there. Sometimes you just got to get him out of there, and that's what he's thinking.
In again, ball 2. Bouncer. Adam Conley, a little bit of relieving early in the season, been in the minor leagues for a while this year. 15th start at the big league level. Thrown 83 big league innings this year. Deposits for next year, full and half season ticket plans being taken by the Potomac Nationals. Good battle here between Jason and Conley. And this one high in the air, down near the left field line. Long way to go, and in foul ground, Ozuna will cruise to it. The center fielder, final game of the homestand. The Nats trying to make it 5-2 before going out for 7. So this finale on Masson today brought to you by FH Fur. Absolutely the best.
Nats are home for a while after this trip, right?
It's a nice long homestand.
4 against Philly, day off. 3 against Atlanta. Then the Dodgers come to town, day off.
And then the last road trip, Atlanta and New York and Philly.
So a 9-game homestand with a couple off days.
Taylor waving in an off-speed pitch. Adam Conley still has the good changeup here. He's gone over 100 pitches in this inning. He takes that breaking ball, busting it down and in. 3rd K of the day. Lobato next. So the Nats next 5. We'll get it going tomorrow at Milwaukee. Gio and right-hander Zach Davies, he's a 15-game winner. Tanner Roark, Jimmy Nelson, who's won 10 on Friday. Nats haven't announced who's going to take on Brandon Woodruff on Saturday. Max Scherzer, Matt Garza. Garza was rocked by St. Louis yesterday. So he'll have the assignment of taking on Max on Sunday there in Milwaukee. And remember what happened the last time he pitched a day game there a couple of years ago.
I want to say it was against Garza. We get to see Barrelman tomorrow, one of my favorite mascots. His head does a 360 like Linda Blair. It's awesome. I'll tell you what, if you don't have anything to do this weekend too, Milwaukee in the summertime is a sleeper. The ballpark's awesome. The people there are fantastic. We're going to miss the Zimmerman tailgate party, but it's still one of our favorite stops.
Friendliest ballpark in baseball.
Friendliest people.
Miller Park. On the off speed, it goes to 3-2 against Lobatone, and the Marlins do not want this inning to get to the on-deck hitter. Lobatone, Ozuna into the corner. Edge of the track, and the Nationals go 1-2-3, bottom 6. Steven Strasburg back to work and on top, 2-0. Third, nobody out. He took care of that business. Then he took care of some home run business. So I don't know, a game so far of great pitching, solid defense, and timely hitting.
Hey, he's pitching to contact today, and I think that's because, you know, I don't know how that calf is feeling on his landing leg. If he has the strikeout stuff that he had last time out against the Astros, his spin rate on his curveball last start against Houston the highest all year. But today he's just been overpowering with the fastball up, and I think getting out of that bases loaded, or the runner on third, excuse me, the leadoff triple, nobody out, without anybody scoring, was the key to this game. A little momentum change, and he goes up and hits a tater. What else do you want?
Well, and I think you touched on something. The way he handled that situation, the way he's handling all of those situations now.
It's like, I got you, I got this, I'm relaxed, and I know I can get out of it, and there's no panic.
Ozuna, Real Muto, and Dietrich. 4-5-6, top of the 7th for Miami. And Steven Strasburg right now, 6 innings on 63 pitches. How about 6 1/3 on 64 pitches? Rendon throws out Ozuna, who's 0 for 3. Nats Pass returns for the final month. You get all 13 September home games for just $65. Standing room areas at Nationals Park for a low, low price. Phillies, Braves, Dodgers. Visit nationals.com/Nats Pass. JT Real Muto has 2/3 of the Miami offense today. 5 total bases, double and triple. Stevens retired 18 of the last 21 Miami hitters. This guy had an intentional walk, the only interruptions in that streak. Close and inside, 3-1. Stevens' ERA heading down toward the 3 mark. Came in with an opponent's batting average of .214, 4th best in the league. And despite missing a bunch of time, came in today still 9th in strikeouts. 3-2. Real Muto is 3 for 3. Everything but a homer for a cycle. And now he is 6 for 15 against Steven Strasburg.
Well, key to that at bat is spitting on the 2-1 changeup. And he got a 3-1 fastball that he fouled back, but I'm sure Steven was thinking, how did he take that changeup? 2-1. It was a pretty good pitch, just missed inside, and then the at bat moved to full count. He gets himself his 3rd hit.
Here's Derek Dietrich 0 for 2 today. Defoe, Turner up a bit for a possible double play ball.
I struck him out on a high fastball last time up with a runner on 3rd, JT Real Muto, nobody out. And he's going up there again. First pitch fastball right around the letters.
Off speed. Zimmerman to short. Strasburg waiting for a relay that didn't come, and probably a good decision by Trey Turner. 2 outs.
Good feed on the run. Nice decision not to throw it. Field the ball inside the runner, create a lane. Your shortstop should be on the inside of the base, and he was.
Cool.
In the Exmo, yeah, that throw was underhand. That wasn't sidearm. Don't even trick yourself into thinking that was sidearm. That was underhand.
A.J. Ellis a pop up and a strikeout. Busted bat, no kick save, but Defoe's there. Top of the 7th is over. Strasburg, economical and efficient.
today here. I mean, he's been pitching the contact. We're going to show you strikeouts because those are sexy on the video. But, I mean, he's been doing a nice job of getting ground ball outs early in the count. His offense wasn't doing a whole lot, so I got a bat and I'm going to do something. 1-0. His second home run of the year, 404 feet, I believe, the right center field. And that made it 1-0. 409. Bob's telling me with finger signs right next to me. Nicely done. Thanks, partner.
Steckenrider. First name is Drew. He can bring it. And he faces Strasburg here. Bottom 7.
It's way better than the finger sign you usually give me, so thank you.
Yeah, thumbs up usually.
Yeah.
'26-year-old fireballer from the Atlanta area. How about the 3 swings this guy's put on Miami pitching today? Line drive to right center, homer to right center, single up the middle.
Do it all. Steven Strasburg, Mike Maddox taking full credit for that base hit. Knocks up and down the dugout. Looks like he got a slider right here, stays on it. So he lined out to center firmly his first at bat. We showed you the home run. Now this, Steven Strasburg 2 for 3, and he is putting on a show.
Look out, Max Scherzer. Somebody's only 3 hits behind you for the staff lead. There's Trey Turner. Faces Steckenrider for the first time. There he is, 2 for 3. Wilmer Defoe, a home run hitter himself. Two and 1. Trey 1 for 7 on his return. And then the slider is in there. 2-2. Nissan on the pitch cast.
I always thought the biggest challenge coming back from a broken wrist would be firing your hands on a really good fastball, like upper 90s, and getting that quick whip with your top hand. And I'm sure Trey's there. He wouldn't be standing in the box right now, but I would feel like, just guessing and never having that injury, that would be the true test. You know, a high fastball, upper 90s, getting on top of it with that top hand.
Trey Turner, good at bat. He's aboard.
Time for your Miller moment, just like we promised you earlier in the ball game. It is Miller time, and that is brought to you by Miller Lite, and we're going to make Wilmer Defoe's 5th Tater of the year the Miller moment. High fastball gone. Lots of carry to that one, so Wilmer Defoe fires us all up, and he fires himself up too, which might be the coolest part of everything. Pour it on your face, yes. In the face. One more. Oh, he'd stay with it.
2 for 3 today. He's faced Steckenrider once. Foul out. In the series, 5 for 10. 4 runs.
You feel like, by the way he plays, he does that with coffee too.
Nats with a great opportunity to get a big crooked number lead going here with only 6 outs left to get. Big guns coming up. Rendon, Zimmerman. Good Fastball pretty effortless for 96. Painting the edge. And the foul ball just came out of A.J. Ellis' mitt.
MLB.com app Bat, your #1 mobile app for live Nats baseball. Gets home screen icons, app features, as well as game day, live game video highlights, radio broadcast, statcast, all kinds of really neat stuff. Download MLB.com at Bat today. So I'm looking online here, and it's got Wilmer at 5'11", and I'm not buying it. I used to put 5'10", and I'm 5'9".
Nats list him at 5'11", 202.
Maybe it's the crouch. Whatever it is, it doesn't matter, because he can play, flat out play.
.58 at bats last year. Held his own, hit .276, 2 for 11 in a short cup of coffee in September 2 years ago. Now the count's full. So he's battled back to put Drew Steckenrider in a big-time jam here. Bottom 7, Don Mattingly's ball club down by 2, in danger of being swept. And Defoe hoping it gets out of play. It will.
So Carp, as a young player come to the minor leagues, you're playing well. You have confidence, right? You know, the fans like you in your city. Maybe the opponents in the league likes you, and you start to feel good about yourself. You move levels. You know, that one lady that makes the cookies and is waiting for you there every morning at 10 o'clock likes you. But when you start playing at the major league level every day and doing what he's doing, the confidence level that you have when you're performing at this level is off the charts, because there's no higher level you can play at. And now you're showing your teammates, your coaches, your organization that you can play.
Oh, and that's going to be a double play. Strasburg caught off second, and D. Gordon was looking to first to make sure Turner hadn't wandered, or that could have been a 6-4-3 triple play.
So with that confidence comes performance and relaxation, and you start doing the things you did in A-ball at the highest level. And there's no better feeling to have that swagger and confidence of not just doing it at the highest level, but doing it for a first place ball club. And coming off the bench and showing everybody, the league, your fans from other cities, that you're a really good player. And he's got that going right now. He's got the total package of relaxation, confidence, and performance going for a first place ball club. Can't beat it.
Yeah, and tough luck to not be 3 for 4 after that swing. Anthony Rendon 1 for 3, and he's 0 for 2 against Drew Steckenrider. Now maybe Trey turns it loose with 2 outs in the base ahead of him open. A.J. Ellis 3 for 9 catching runners this year. Trey Turner 35 out of 41 stealing, and he was on a tear at the time he got hurt. He had stolen 21 bags in 30 games before hit by that pitch. We got a standoff here.
He frustrated an established big league catcher so much that the catcher blamed his pitcher publicly after the game and got released.
Yeah, Miguel Montero, the Cubs. A one-man dissension in the clubhouse maker. There he goes. There's number 36 as Ellis, probably in a hurry, couldn't handle it. And remember how many times, and not a big deal now with 2 outs, but remember how many times Trey was swiping third during that time.
Just gets that momentum going, man. He gets that kind of rock back and forth, the lean. He picks up that right leg and goes. And you're right, Ellis kind of look where he's looking.
Yeah.
He saw the runner on the corner of his eye and knew he had to hurry. No chance.
Loved the spikes first slide. I wonder if Trey will do that more to protect the hand.
See, I think it's more dangerous to go feet first because a lot of times guys will jam their wrist into the dirt kind of as a habit. Let's see what he does with his hand. See that?
Yeah, he does.
See how he puts it? But it's the right hand, the right wrist that was the problem. But with feet first slides, it's either your left hand or your right hand, and it's usually your left hand that goes into the dirt automatically. Very rarely do you see the textbook feet first slide with, you know, 2 hands in the air like the Tom Amansky video. It just doesn't happen.
So we update the stolen base chart, which I have a feeling is about to change dramatically over the next several weeks.
Yeah, that Fred McGriff with the truck driver hat on, he's full of it. You know what he's talking about.
Yeah, give the crime dog a logo or something.
And who's ever thrown out a garbage can?
Well, they say the more videos you're in, the game slows down for you.
The more money you make.
1-2 with 2 outs. Rendon, fair ball. That's an RBI. A new career high, number 86. He's going to second. Where else would it be after a career RBI? And the Nats lead 3-0.
Have a year, Anthony Rendon. I honestly feel like this is the tip of the iceberg, too. This is the start of something real special. I mean, he is coming into his own in a big, big way. Yeah, you are.
So Anthony Rendon, 83 RBIs in 14. Beaten up the following year. Only played 80 games. 85 went back to health last year. And now he has 86. Ryan Zimmerman, a walk and a base hit today. 0 for 2 against this right-hander. So after the double play, the steal by Turner, the double by Rendon. Nats on the verge of double-digit hits again. 13 on Monday, 12 last night. Inside the numbers on PNC. So Ryan Zimmerman, and I bet you folks know what we're trying to do here, right? Trying to channel number 30. 33 against the Marlins. It's a good pitch. 1-2. Chopper left side. Here comes Dietrich. Gets Zimmerman by a step, and that's it for the Nats in the bottom of the 7th. But a very big add-on run to give Strasburg a 3-0 lead. copyrighted telecast presented by authority of the Washington Nationals and may not be reproduced or retransmitted in any form. And the accounts, ribs, and descriptions of this game may not be disseminated without the express written consent of the Washington Nationals.
Be afraid to bring some of those up here. Got a long ride to the airport after. We'd appreciate a full rack. Thanks.
Elevator, level 5. Yep. Sir, make 2 right turns. Come on. Look for the door that says, "Here's where the magic happens." Here's Miguel Rojas. Strike 1, top of the 8th. Steven Strasburg now 18 of 25 first pitch strikes. And then that hard slider at 90 cutting away. Mercedes-Benz on the pitch track. Pitch cast.
Been going the slider here 3rd time through. Actually, check that. Oh, 3rd time through.
Swing and a miss on a pitch further outside for Strasburg. First strikeout since the 5th inning, and that's okay. Number 6 on the day.
Well, you see how he's trying to get to the finish line right now by giving him a different look. It was, you know, a lot of fastball changeup first time through, and then maybe some curveball second time through, and now he's going to the slider as the secondary pitch right now. So Mike Maddox liking what he's seeing. Steven Strasburg digging it too.
Ichiro, 4 for 11 career with an RBI against Strasburg. Dustin McGowan for the bottom of the 8th. So that's 4 of Ichiro's 3,069 major league hits. Collected his 23rd pinch hit of the season here last night, the most of any major leaguer. Adam Lind has 14. He starts a lot more than Ichiro does. Guys who can come off the bench, great natural hitters, and get a knock. "43 years young." Strasburg has already gone 7 for the 12th time this year. We'll update you on his season longest appearance, because that strikeout just ties it at 7 2/3. He did that May 21st at Atlanta in a 3-2 win. Strikeout number 7.
Nasty changeup. Tough guy to strike out. Watch the bottom drop out. How about Pudge's story the other day in the booth that he was holding the changeup with 2 seams or 4 seams, and then Pudge said, "Why don't you hold it with 2 seams? You get more movement." And there's a good example. Yeah, thanks, Pudge.
So Pudge jokes about holding down 1 finger all night in the debut game. There's D. Gordon with his 2nd hit of the day and his 6th of the series. But Pudge Rodriguez did some pretty impressive things to bring along a young Steven Strasburg.
Pitch number 83 coming, and the big man in the batter's box.
How big does that run driven in by Rendon a few minutes ago look right now? Stanton today, a foul out to Zimmerman, ground ball to Rendon, and 1 to Turner. The 1 to Trey 2 innings ago hit extremely hard. Nats in a right-hander's shift. Great pitch. 94 with some tail back to the edge.
If I'm flipping around channels right now and I see this matchup, I'm going nowhere. Right? I mean, you're flipping through your MLB package. You see Strasburg versus Stanton in the 8th of a 3-run game. Staying right here. I don't care what team is my team.
Two and one. Strasburg just now at 85 pitches. Similar to pitch number 1, didn't get the call that time, and he takes a look in.
Well, he was upset with his slider the pitch before that, walked around the mound, regrouped, and just painted a fastball exactly where he wanted it, and you rarely see him give that kind of reaction. Right on the black, close to the first pitch, it was called a strike. That one called the ball.
3-1, danger count here. Stanton a mile high out to center, and Taylor actually coming in and over. For the 11th time in his career, Steven Strasburg has gone 8. He has one complete game. Just saying.
And Steven Strasburg versus Stan. Second pitch was so you don't lean out and slap one into my bullpen and make it a 1-run game. And then there's the one he wanted. You see the reaction. And then he threw a fastball with a lot of plate. Stanton just misses it for the 3rd out. And then he's coming off the mound. And he's talking to Sam Holbrook. And watch this, read his lips. That wasn't out. That wasn't out. And he goes, okay. And maybe Sam Holbrook said something like, yeah, that could have gone either way, or I missed it, and that'll end that conversation. So that was worth the price of admission right there, those two tangling.
.35-year-old Dustin McGowan, second appearance of the series, gets Howie Kendrick first, who has a base hit against him, a double, actually a triple, knocked in 3 the other night. And Howie against him is 5 for 13. This one rolls to the right side for D. Gordon. Next up, Jason Worth. Jason singled against McGowan in the 6th inning on Monday. 2-0. A ball ripped to center. Yelich going back. Can only watch it. And a miss to homer by maybe a foot or two. Absolutely gashed to straightaway center.
Well, you're wondering, was this going to stay up long enough to ride out of here? So 2-0 fastball right down the middle. A couple of good takes, by the way, to get to that. And then he peers one to straightaway center. That close to his second home run in as many games coming off the disabled list. He's going to be pinch run for, and he's coming off to a standing ovation. Jason Worth is back, ladies and gentlemen, and we are enjoying watching his swing.
Alejandro De Aza will run for him and take his place in the outfield. There's Michael A. Taylor. And now it's 0-2. Michael today 1 for 2, a base hit to left, intentionally walked. Ball gets away, and De Aza easily to third.
A chance for an RBI without getting a hit.
Wild pitch, the call. Marlins pull the infield in with 1 out, and Taylor takes. Able to stop the hands, and it goes 3-2. Swing and a miss on a sweeping slider. A.J. Ellis will check De Aza before throwing out Taylor. 2 down.
So Jason Worth and Wilmer Defoe have a little high five going. I think it's a weekend at Bernie's thing. You know the whole Bernie dance thing? Watch. Right there. That was after Wilmer's home run. They just did it again right here after Jason's double. Watch. Right there.
Lobitone's been walked while we were watching all of that fun. And Strasburg is going to bat one more time. And the crowd ought to love this.
Yeah, let's hear this.
Starting pitcher batting in the bottom of the 8th. You don't see it much anymore. He's never faced Dustin McGowan. He wouldn't drive in half the runs today, would he? And the ball gets away. Slow start for De Aza. He's in. It's 4-0.
Couldn't have been a cross-up. There was runners on first and third. I think A.J. Ellis just missed it.
Pass ball all the way. Strasburg over the mound. D. Gordon's got it and out at first. It took a great play to get him. Now Steven will try to catch a breath and go after his second career complete game. By American Standard Heating and Air. Go to MidAtlanticComfort.com for special offers and to find a dealer near you. Within the shadow of the dome, about 1.7 miles south of it, a starter standing tall, and so is Gio, who goes tomorrow at Milwaukee. Last 5 starts, 5-0, 0.79, looking for his 14th win. He'll be taking on a 15-game winner himself, Zach Davies. Beat the Nats once this year with 7 2/3. 7:30 Nats Extra pregame. Masson 2 tomorrow night. Here he comes for the top of the 9th. Moments ago. Strasburg's only career complete game Sunday, August 11th, against the Phillies in the year 2013. He threw 99 pitches that day, 66 strikes. He's at 87 right now. That was a 4-hitter with 1 walk and 10 strikeouts, 2 double play balls. Alejandro De Aza stays in after running for Worth to take Jason's place in right field. First up, Christian Yelich 0 for 3. First pitch, change up. The heater, 95 in the 9th inning.
The word that comes to mind about his outing today is smart. You know, he hasn't really overpowered the Marlins. He struck guys out when he had to with the runner on third, but you know, the way he's given them different looks each time through the order has been real intelligent and real heady stuff.
One and 2. Just now at 90 pitches.
And give Jose Lobaton a lot of credit for that too.
Dan Coco, Ray Knight. Nats Extra postgame show when this one's over. Presented by W.B. Mason.
They got Yelich to roll over to Ryan Zimmerman last time in a 2-strike count with the changeup. Went to it again right there.
Another changeup, and it's 3-2.
Good reset right here. Walk around the mound. Big pitch coming. Take your time. Slow it down.
Crowd of 25,019 making lots of ninth-inning noise. Hard hit, base hit. Marlins' 6th hit of the day. Activity in the bullpen starting this inning with Brandon Kintzler. And Dusty, a lot on his mind right now, consulting with his pitching coach with Ozuna, the slugger, coming on.
Well, he's going to let him fight this one out to a certain point. You know, I think a little over 100 pitches might be that certain point.
That's a good heater.
Yeah, I don't think there's too many reasons that point to overextending him here just for a shutout in a complete game. And that's why you see Brandon Kintzler throwing. Yeah, the only high stress was in the 5th after the leadoff triple to Real Muto. He struck out Dietrich, struck out Ellis, intentionally walked Rojas, and then got the pitcher Adam Conley to fly out. Other than that, it's been cruise control.
First career complete game shutout, featured a couple of double play balls. That's an unhittable slider, diving away at 89.
And that's the pitch he saved in his back pocket as the trump card here for the last time around. Didn't show him that pitch first 2 times at all. Really the first 3 times. Now, this is kind of uncharted waters for him. I mean, think about it. One time his whole career, in my experiences with the Pedro Martinez's, the Max Scherzers, the elite guys, they smell the finish line. They want it. They want to be standing on the mound and shake hands after that 27th out.
2-2 pitch and a foul.
And I think the more times you get there to that rarefied air in today's game, you know, the more times you know how to get to that finish line. But it's an honor when you talk to starting pitchers to throw a complete game nowadays. But more importantly, when you haven't been there a whole lot, how do I get there? You know, do you think about, are you thinking about a complete game right now, or are you thinking about the process on what pitches I need to throw and what spots I need to throw them to shake hands with my teammates?
Max has 2 complete games this year, 8 in his career, 4 shutouts. 2-2, Yelich's short lead. Swing and a miss. Number 8 for the first out in the 9th.
Well, you think about his strikeouts today, I think about the fastball. And here's another example. Ozuna may be thinking about something off speed, tardy on the fastball. So pitch number 100, a fastball for strike 3 and 1 out in the top of the 9th.
Here's his nemesis, JT Realmuto, who has doubled, tripled, and singled. He has hit into 11 double plays this year. Ball 1. Up in the zone. Two and two on the changeup in the dirt. "17 pitches now in this inning. And that's 3-2.
Yeah, Dusty's getting antsy. Mike Maddox just went back to the phone. You get the feeling if he loses JT right here, it might be his last hitter. Pitch number 106 coming. But if he gets him, you feel like they'll let him try one more, right?
Dietrich is next. This could do it. They'll have to hurry. And Trey will take the play at first. Almost threw it away. Ryan Zimmerman stays on the bag.
Or did he? Don Mattingly's got his hand out. Perry Hill, the first base coach, went nuts and pointed that Zimmerman's foot was off the base. So the high throw from Trey Turner, did Ryan hold the base with his foot? Yes, he did.
That's amazing.
Nice play. Don Mattingly still got his hand out. I don't think they're going to challenge it when they see what we just saw in the Marlins clubhouse.
He says play on.
Yep. Here we go.
It's Derek Dietrich, 0 for 3 today. And against Strasburg, career 2 for 19. His 109th pitch is 96 miles an hour.
It's a good trip. What do you want to throw? This is your game. You tell me.
So many options here against the lefty.
Yeah. Whatever you're most comfortable with for pitch number 110 with the runner on second is what we're going with. That's a great trip by Jose Lobaton.
Ground ball right side. Strasburg has done it. Second career complete game, both shutouts. He ties Gio and Levo with 2 for the Nats. The 19th 9-inning shutout in Nats history.
I'm telling you, go back to the 5th inning, the leadoff triple by JT Realmuto. And you're thinking, okay, this is going to be one of those games where whoever scores first wins. It was a tight game to that point. He struck out Dietrich. He struck out Ellis. He walked Rojas and got Adam Conley. That was the game, in essence. And he picked up his defense, who kind of let JT sneak into third with a leadoff triple. He didn't let him phase him. And he was calm and collected the whole game out there. A lot like Gio Gonzalez this year. He was just playing catch with Jose Lobaton all day. It was fun to watch.
Steven Strasburg's record goes to 11-4 on the year. That ERA, that opponent's batting average, will take a severe dive. Steven's putting on the headset for us. Steven, Bob and FP upstairs, congratulations on a fantastic afternoon. And second time you've done this with a shutout. Your thoughts on what went right for you today?
Well, you know, I mean, I just went out there and I wanted to, you know, really compete and pound the strike zone. They obviously have a good offense over there, but you know, it's mano-a-mano, so, you know, sometimes you just got to go right after him.
You know, you did a nice job. Can you talk about how you gave him different looks through the order? It seemed like you saved your slider for the fourth time through.
Yeah, I mean, it's my fourth pitch, so, you know, I've thrown it to him quite a bit, and it's gotten hit in the past, so I was trying to save it, but surprisingly, it was actually probably as good as it was all year, finally, when I went to it.
Well, it was nice, but talk about your home run. I mean, the shutout was great. And I always used to say when we weren't hitting as a team, you got to bat, do something. You had a bat, you did something. That was fun to watch.
Yeah, I mean, you just got to swing hard in case you hit it.
Hey, Steven, we know you're really tired. Congratulations on a fantastic afternoon, and now go enjoy your teammates.
Thanks.
Steven Strasburg, 11th win of the year. You just don't see this anymore on baseball unless you have a Max or a Strauss or a Gio on your staff. Back with more in a moment.